Welcome back, beloved. It's me, G-Man, your man, Brother Gordon. Welcome to the No Pillz podcast, Love Fully Scripted. Yes, beloved. And today we're going to be talking about how to stay married. So often we focus on the negative. You know, my initial intent, purpose, goal behind this podcast was to set before you people who were actually having successful courtships and successful marriages. But we've taken quite a bit of time and episodes to just look at the modern dating landscape. And I'm going to be honest, friends, that can just get a little depressing. So I'm hoping today's podcast, this will be an encouragement to you, that you will be able to glean some powerful insights from older couples who have been married for a very long time. And you can actually take these practical tips and steps and feedbacks and insert them into your courtships and into your marriages. Look, you know, we've got to get positive, friends. We need to go to those who are doing it successfully. As many of you know, I was married for almost 20 years, or together with my wife almost 20 years, married for almost 18. And it was a great experience, but I was young, we were young, and I have to be honest, there were some growing pains as I matured in the marriage. There were some ups, some downs, some hurt feelings. You know how life goes. So I did not have a perfect marriage. Some people I look at and go, man, look, you guys really just don't never argue, never have any disagreements. You got it all together. You got all your passions in check. But I know that's usually not the case. That's just how the outside looks or how it appears on the outside. But we're going to look at some seasoned veterans in the realm of marriage and see what we can glean today. Let's roll the footage, friends.
How long have you been married for?
20 years.
How long have you guys been together?
Married over 62 years, but we've known each other probably 66 years.
What are the sacrifices that you guys had to make or have to make in order for this to work?
Quite frankly, I don't think I made any sacrifices.
Woo! Get some of that. This is the mentality you have to have, the outlook you have to have, the perspective you have to have if you want to have your marriage work, okay? How to stay married, looking at it like this: I haven't made any sacrifices. Old school, getting right to it. Hey, man, sacrifices. I don't count this a sacrifice. Come on, man. This is a blessing. This is a blessing. Sacrifices. Whatever do you mean? Everybody listening, watching, let that sink in. Old school said, hey, man, this marriage, this relationship, I didn't make any sacrifices. Wow. I mean, he's looking at this thing completely positive. Like, take note, friends. I got some heat for you today. Take note. Take note, beloved.
I guess that marriage is not for everyone.
None at all. God, I mean.
Some people are thinking, oh, I have to sacrifice like my freedom and this and that. It's like,
No, I think you have more freedom when you have a committed relationship.
I've been telling y'all, you can't improve on God. You do it God's way, you get in a committed relationship, there's more freedom. Listen, you don't have to worry about any pregnancies for somebody you don't want to be with, no STDs, you've got a lifelong partner. You can come and go as you please. I remember being in the world before I gave my life to Christ and fornicating and being out there in all these relationships, some good, some toxic, some bad, ups, downs, all over the place. There was a level of peace, oh man, that I received when I did it God's way and got married and was committed. I'm not saying it was perfect because I'm a selfish person, unfortunately, and I need Christ and I need to surrender. But let me tell you, beloved, there was a freedom and a peace of mind that I had when I was married that I did not have before I was married.
Most relationships are not just a compromise, but a complementary existence. One person is the good cook, me. One person takes care of the finances, him, and that gets worked out in a relationship.
Complementary. Those of us who have locked into this and respect and identify that we have different roles in the marriage as a man and a woman, and that we can come together and work as a team, that's where the success is, friends. Not this, you do everything, I take all your money, or I take and use up all your body, and then I'm going to cheat on you, and you're going to be... No, This is what marriage is supposed to be about. We come together, we complement one another. This is how God intended it, friends. This is so beautiful. I'm loving this.
Also, an attitude toward life in general. I mean, I guess you could ask somebody, what kind of sacrifices do you make for your job? Well, if you really like your job, you don't look at it like a sacrifice.
What is your attitude towards life in general, he said. This is some heat today. This is some wisdom. You know, some of us are negative. We're just negative people. Glass always half empty, never half full. You know what I mean? And then we bring that into our relationships. You know, sometimes we're coming from negative homes. Listen, and this goes for those that are unchurched and those that are church. Because if you haven't given it all as a church person, if you haven't given it all to Jesus, if you haven't surrendered and entered into that rest with Christ, you're gonna bring that negative outlook on the world and maybe even on your religious experience into your marriage. Friends, these are some good tips right here, man. Some good stuff.
I think it's harder than it ever was, but I also think that people's expectations are higher than maybe they should be. I think that you have to kind of take a chance on people and get to know them better. Having unrealistic expectations of this person's going to be lined up right up with all your ideals and all your priorities, it's not going to ever happen. Like, you're going to have to make compromises.
And so there's going to be surprises.
Man, if she didn't hit the nail on the head with this one, anyone out there that's single, ask yourself, what are your expectations like? Are they realistic? Are you expecting your spouse to do for you that which only God can do for you? Some of us are just, I want a millionaire, billionaire. I want the most attractive woman in all the world and all the land. I just wanted somebody that would be willing to sleep with me at Grand Central Station on the street or be with me in a mansion. That's who I was looking for. I think they call them a ride or die. I was actually looking for a wife, someone who I know I could trust, who didn't care about my money, who was into me, you know. And I get it. You know, there's some condition to that, right? I wouldn't expect my spouse to just be all in love with me if I let myself go and I didn't take care of myself and was all jacked up. But I would hope and pray that even if I was in a situation where I was letting myself go and I wasn't living that healthy, or maybe I was depressed and I didn't have myself together mentally and was kind of in a rough spot, that my spouse would be there to encourage me, right? To get up, get healthy, get myself together and get back on the horse, so to say, of life, and to ride into the sunset together. So while I'm looking for someone who's, you know, we say love us unconditionally, unconditional love, I think there still needs to be accountability in the marriage, that we would hold each other accountable for positive things, you know what I mean? For our religious beliefs and for our moral standards and for being positive and being encouraging to one another, and to just want to be married to somebody who is positive, right? Who does have a positive outlook on life. So this is, oh man, I love that she said this, because so much of what I see online today is just unrealistic expectations. It's not like we'll be together for, okay, and let me say this. I know that many have an experience that you may find someone who is not motivated, who is lazy, and I'm not suggesting you stay with a person who's not motivated, who's lazy or wants to take advantage of you. So we have to be praying for discernment, right? We have to know, does this person have a good work ethic, right? We've covered this on other podcasts. I've covered this on other episodes, where you can go back and look at the requirements you should be looking for to marry someone that are realistic and not these unrealistic expectations.
I think that the key word is respect. You're not always going to agree with what he or she is doing. Ultimately, respect their choices.
I think you have to learn how to say you're sorry.
Yeah.
That is a really big thing.
I thought that love is never having to say.
Oh, but it is, and that's a ridiculous statement.
That's just for you, yeah.
Ooh, 2 gems. Respect and saying you're sorry. Come on. Listen, in North America, we need to have a culture that is a lot more inclined to listen to older people, because just within the first few minutes of this little montage that I put together here is, wow, it's just so real, so down to earth. And these are the principles, friends, that I've been pulling out of the owner's manual on this podcast. Love, respect. Listen, if you don't have respect in a marriage, like, man, if your wife doesn't respect you, it's falling apart, or you are straight miserable. And being able to say sorry. I mean, how about that? Some of us grew up in homes where we never heard sorry, where we never got an apology, so therefore we never gave an apology, other than to get ourselves out of trouble when we were younger. Just keeping it real. Respect, friends. If you're in a relationship right now, I want you to ask yourself, do you respect your spouse? Do you respect them? If you're in a relationship right now, have you ever said sorry? If you're married, have you ever said sorry? If you're courting someone right now, do you respect them? Why put them through all this rigmarole? Get down to the wedding day and you're like, man, I'm going to marry somebody I don't respect. There's wisdom here, friends.
What are some things you think we could do to have more opportunities or better chance of finding real love?
I think you should take this and flush it down the toilet.
Personal connection. You can't replace that. I think it's very difficult now for dating. One, because it's all done kind of remotely. A lot of this texting back and forth, which seems like the worst way to communicate. We were very immature when we got married. We were both 22.
Speak for yourself.
Excellent point right here. All right, here we're looking at people that have been married for a long time. And first thing they're saying is like, man, this phone thing you got going on, throw it away, man. This technology, this over the phone, over the internet, trying to communicate through text messages, which is terrible. Like, man, go meet some folks in person. This is the advice they're giving us. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to talk to one another. I want to look somebody in the face, man, and see if they're crazy or not. See if there's chemistry, to see if we have similar out expressions of faith, see if our characters mesh, see if we enjoy being around one another, seeing if our personalities mesh good together. I mean, I don't know if you can get that all done. I know you can't get that all done over the phone, man. Listen, video calling, maybe that kind of helps you out some. You can do video calls. And I know have I said it before on other episodes, I do have many friends who have successfully found a Christian spouse online. So it's not an impossibility, but I think they're touching on something right here that's important, like allowing it to be organic, being able to feel one another out. And we're so locked in behind screens that we kind of have lost, I think, some of the technique of actually dealing and interacting with people.
A lot of people my age are skeptical about marriage. Can you explain to someone who's never been married what the value of that is?
Commitment. Commitment is commitment. Being able to handle one's health care in the hospital. Their first question is this your wife? Is this your husband? Oh, it's just a boyfriend? It's just a girlfriend? Then I need to talk to your family member.
I've said this before on other podcasts. For those who are like, oh man, I don't know if I want to get married in the courts, legally, because it's a negative for me. Listen, there's some practical aspects to being married legally on the books by government, which I wish that the church was the only person involved in marriage. But your property, if you do get sick, and if you don't set all that stuff up in advance, she's right. You're just a boyfriend. You're just a girlfriend. Move out of the way. Let the parents step up. So you need to protect yourself legally with some legal documents at the very least if you've taken some non-conventional approach to being married in this day and age in which we live. So if you're just going down to the courthouse or you're not going down to the courthouse, or if you're just going to the church and not going to the courthouse, you better get yourself a lawyer and get that thing documented up some way that's going to protect you. Because, friends, you may find yourself in a situation where you get sick, I lost my wife to cancer. It happens. And it was a lot easier, a lot smoother with any properties, being able to take care of her, to go through the journey with her because we were married. So legally, with the state. Hate it, love it, don't like it. It is what it is, friends.
What's the value of being with someone for the rest of your life, hopefully, versus jumping around and if I have all of these options available to me, why would I stick with one?
Well, to me, it's having your best friend next to you all the time. When Ann goes away for a few days, I'm sort of out of sorts.
A good marriage gives one a sense of safety and comfort. It allows you to grow. Just like a child who feels secure in their relationship with their parents is then willing to go out in the world independently, knowing that there's a good attachment. That's what marriage is. It's an attachment.
62 years is crazy. Congratulations. But how have you managed to appreciate?
All right, listen, this is more heat, commitment, safety, best friend. Sometimes there is a pressure to get married, maybe because you want to have children by a certain age. Maybe your family's pressuring you, like, why are you not married yet? And sometimes I think maybe we marry people who maybe we can't even see ourselves being best friends with. Now, I know love does grow. I've gotten testimonies from friends that say, hey, when we started out, I didn't have the respect. I didn't have the love that I have now for my spouse. So I know that is possible, but you definitely should marry somebody that you love or that you can love and that you respect. And I would hope that it would be your best friend. Before my wife and I got married, my worldview changed. I initially did not want to get married at all. And then I started to read my Bible and I realized like, man, I wanted to do it God's way. But prior to that, like my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, was like my best friend. Like I can remember just us finishing each other's sentences and thoughts, and we got along so good. And I just enjoyed being around her. All I wanted to do was be around her. And friends, we should feel that way about the person we're going to marry, right? We should be friends. We should be best friends. We should enjoy one another's company. If not, why are you getting married? You should look at this person and be like, man, I want to do life with you. I think I can do life with you. And I remember one of the things that led me to make the decision to marry my wife was just that I thought that we could go through the hardest times together. Our ability to communicate was just through the roof, in my opinion. And I was right about that. I think a lot of us staying married was because we were able to communicate through those dark times, through those rough patches. And if your marriage is not a safe place, man, like what is it? That's toxic. That's terrible. You should never be in a marriage where you don't feel safe. And friends, we could all be guilty of making our marriages not safe if we don't guard it intentionally. If we're out there flirting, if we're out there being too friendly with the opposite sex, if we're giving our spouse reasons to not trust us, if we're hiding things and being secretive, you know what I'm saying? That's not what these veterans are telling us. Like, no, safety, trust, friendship, best friends.
Each other over that time and for that long.
There are peaks and valleys in every relationship. And there are times when you're moving together at the same way and the same pace. And then there are times when things are off and you have to accommodate that. And I think we were pretty good at that, allowing each other. For example, when he retired, he makes his own breakfast and lunch. You know, I take care of him.
I married you for better or for worse, but not for lunch. I think that's an expression that probably is pretty accurate.
All right, old school. I don't know about this. I've met some older men who cannot fend for themselves. They will die if their wife dies before them. They don't know how to do anything in the kitchen. They don't know how to boil water or toast or even cook toast. Now, I'm not saying this is good. I'm not on board with men like this if you are one, or if you got a grandfather that's like this or a dad that's like this. I'm not coming at them completely, but I'm coming at them a little bit. They should be out there able to fend for themselves in the kitchen. But let's be honest. There is a generation of men who will starve to death if they don't have a wife. So praise the Lord that these fine folks have made the adjustments, is what I was hearing, that you have to be able to make the adjustments when you do get into the bad parts of the marriage or when things are off, right? I think this is what happens in this generation. Things get off and we want to get off the marriage. We want to get off the ride, right? Like, oh, as soon as there's, dissimulation, as soon as we're not kind of working together, as soon as it's off, you turn off and you're out. That's the wrong approach. Just ride it out. Like, hey, this too shall pass. So he was retired, and I don't know if that was because he wanted to cook the meals or she needed a break, which is sweet if she wanted to get a break from having to cook all the time. But, I'm looking for that Proverbs 31 woman. I don't mind jumping in the kitchen. I don't mind helping out. I don't mind that. But, man, I kind of think that a woman enjoys feeding her man, because the way to his heart is through his stomach. Like there's a part of that in caring for her family, feeding her husband, that she just enjoys. And maybe it's like, a little bit of an expression of her love. But I get it too. Sometimes you can get burnt out doing it for a long time. Everybody needs a break. That being in the kitchen is no joke. It's real. But a good note here as far as just sticking with it even when the marriage and the relationship gets off a little bit. I think that's some really wise counsel, and not being afraid to make changes. Just because you've been doing it one way for so long doesn't mean you have to keep doing it that way. So respect to that.
I was younger. I worried a lot about finding love in my life, enduring love, whether it was living with someone or married to someone that didn't work out. Then we're together 30 years, so we came together fairly late in midlife. And yes, it was that important. And as you get older, it gets even much more important.
But companionship.
Let's talk about it. Companionship in later years. So this is so true. A lot of people are, hey, I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. I'm going to hold on. A lot of that's that feminist nonsense coming out of, I don't need a man. Do it yourself. Have a baby by yourself. Yeah, what about companionship? It is not good that man should be alone. Can't improve on God, friends. You just need a companion. And for everybody out there who's thinking like, man, I'm too old, too late in life. Here's an example. Older couple, knew each other when they were younger, got together when they were older, had experienced some life, and now 30 years together. So it's never too late. I think if you're willing to be adaptable with your requirements and expectations in a relationship. And I so love the fact that she was honest with like, hey, like as you get older, man, like you're looking for more companionship. Like, and some of us, let me say this to you. Don't be out here wanting to be young and dumb and live your own life and do it your way, do what thou will. And then in your later years, now want somebody to come and be your nurse. Male or female. Oh, now come take care of me. When I've given all my good years to every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there, and now, oh, come love me. Come nuzzle up with me. So if you have enough common sense, enough sense now to realize that, man, getting older alone is something I probably don't want to do, then, you attract more flies with honey than you will with vinegar. Be a sweet rose now, man. Be a faithful man now. Be a faithful woman now. Be the husband, be the wife now, right? Be the person that you want to attract. First Corinthians 13, man, tells us about love. We covered here so much here on the podcast. And it's long suffering. It's patient. It's kind. It's meek. It's lowly. It's not this selfish, do what thou will. It's all about me. What can I get from you and what I'm not going to give to you mentality that you see out in the world. I feel like so many people don't understand that, many of us we're doing it God's way. We've become Christians. We're involving God in the relationship and in our selection process because we don't trust that we can do it right. Like we see it being done so wrong all around us. We're thinking like, yes, this is one man, one woman, one wife forever until death do us part, being faithful, no cheating. Yeah, that sounds like contentment and happiness. Long term. Yeah, someone there if we do get sick. Friends, I had no idea, my wife had no idea that at the age of 37, she was going to die from cancer. Go figure. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I counted it a privilege to be able to go through that journey with her alone. And it would have been such a sad, it'd have been so sad had she had to have gone through that alone. I was glad I was there with her, Think about it, friends.
Mr. DW and Miss Willie, how y'all doing?
Fine, how you doing?
You 103 years old?
Yeah.
And you 100?
That's up.
You got to be the prettiest 100-year-old.
I bet you old school was thinking in his mind, like, yo, if you don't stop hitting on my wife. Because listen, I know my granddaddy when he was alive, my grandfather, shout out to Charles Strout, love you, miss you. He would not have been going for that. He looked at his, man, you better stop talking about my wife like that right here with me sitting here, man. Oh, shout out to my granddaddy.
They've been married 82 years.
Wow.
So now, Miss Willie, you said that the secret to a happy marriage is being nice to each other.
Yeah.
Yo, let's talk about it. How simple is this? Love is kind. 1 Corinthians 13, love is kind. It's patient. 83 years. What's the secret? Being kind to one another. Yo, all my people trying to get married out here, Come on. All the folks that have been divorced out there, I wonder how much of that divorce was really about y'all just not being kind. How you talking to each other, cussing at each other, raising your voices, just not being kind. Like, I'm telling you, this series of clips from the older population that have been married long is invaluable. This is so true. This is exactly what we've been covering and pulling out of the owner's manual episode after episode. Just be kind. Just be kind. I can't tell you the amount of unkind people I run into online. Sometimes it's unbelievable. Like, man, can there be this many unkind people in the world? Like, you don't even know me. I don't know you. You're behind a computer screen and you're just behind a little keyboard and you are nasty. Makes you wonder how you ever gonna be married. If you can't treat another human being nice, like, can you really treat your spouse nice? Just a question. All right, shut out. 83 years married, you got to be kind to one another.
Any other advice you have?
Just sit down and talk things over.
Talk things over.
Oh, yeah, and get a good understanding of what you're doing and where you're going.
Communication. Be kind and communicate. Talk it over. Understand where the other person's coming from. All right, now, I'm on board with all this.
Let me ask you something. It's a lady up here that's been engaged. She been with her boyfriend 11 years.
Yeah.
They've been engaged for 5 years.
Yeah.
He want to get married. She don't want to get married because she think they ain't got enough money to have the big wedding she want.
Big wedding.
Yeah, big wedding, Mr. DW.
Well, now, why you want to bring us into that?
Yo, listen. All right, I don't know if you missed it. I don't know if you missed it or did you catch it. They've been married 83 years. She's like, listen, want to know another tip? Mind your business. Stay out of other folk business. You want to stay married a long time? Stay out of other folk business. Don't let folk into your business. This is the principle she's dropping. This is the principle she's giving us right now. Hey, man. What you asking us about somebody else's marriage for? I mean, we're going to mind our business. We're going to stay over here. That's how we've stayed married so long. Minding our business. Staying out of other folk business. Come on. I'm with it. I'm with it. Mind your business.
You don't need to have no big word. Just go and get married.
All right, so the husband's like, hey, man, you don't need no big wedding. Just go on and get married. Check your motives, sisters. To all my sisters out there, man. You guys want the ice sculpted swans. You know what I mean? You want the gold ceilings. You want the destination weddings. You just want to spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on a wedding. Let me tell you something, young people. Yo, put that on a house. Put that into real estate or something, man. Do not go out here and spend 50. I know it's your wedding. You know, brother, don't tell me what to do with my money, with my wedding. I understand. But if I could just give you some friendly advice, some brotherly advice. Look, man, take that money that you would have spent on that wedding and invest that. Put that into an investment, man. That can render you some returns into your future because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, but just go get married. Let me ask y'all a question.
Okay.
How long did you court her before you asked her to marry you?
Oh, about 3 months or so.
3 months?
Yeah.
When you're young, you don't know any better.
Right.
When you get older, you learn your lesson.
Yeah.
So you know better.
Right.
All right. So look, this is 2 good points right here. One, they weren't courting forever, friends. Some of y'all been in relationships 5, 6, 10 years, and y'all not married. What is going on? In 3 months, he made a decision and ended up being married to this woman for 83 years. And her statement about, hey, when you're young, you don't know any, but I relate. Like, getting married at 20, 22 was so easy, or so much easier than trying to get married at 40, 30. Because now you have this life experience. And if you've been living on your own, your mind is now, like, you don't know when you don't know when you're younger. You don't know what you don't know when you're younger, okay? But as you get older, you know, like, okay, wait. I want to make sure you kind of got yourself together, man, like really together, because I don't want to be going through unnecessary hardships. And now maybe you may have children or something like that. If you're a widow, or it's just a whole different gambit of concerns and worries you now have as you get older. So my suggestion is, friends, get on and get married when you're a little younger, and be willing to just grow with that person versus getting old, getting stuck in your ways, and maybe having some negative life experiences that are going to jade and kind of color your thoughts towards marriage.
Now, how old was y'all when y'all got married?
I was 19 years old.
You was 19.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Mr. DW was 19,
Right.
and he 103 now,
Right.
and you 100.
I can't count so good.
Yeah, she can't count so good because they was a little extra young. She was a little extra young. She was a little on the extra young side. But it worked. I mean, what are we going to say? 83 years. Are we going to tell them, nah, it didn't work? I think that was what he was. She was 16. He was 19. Hey, the parents co-signed it. 83 years. It worked, friends. Listen, I hope this episode, you go back and watch this over, man. Play it back. There are some gems in here. And maybe just get around more people that have successful marriages and continue to get advice from them, and not from the internet, where there's just all type of selfish counsel, selfish advice, feminist, tainted, colored advice and mindsets. Friends, everybody's not like that. Hey, every person is not like the person you see online. Get into a healthy community, man, of people who want to be married, who want to do it God's way, who want to take on the responsibilities, who want to be providers, who want to respect and love their husbands, men who want to be fathers, women who want to be wives. Like, change your pool that you're in, right? You're in the wrong pond, a lot of us. A lot of you are in the wrong pond. Do it God's way. Love has been fully scripted, and you can bear the fruits and reap the fruits and benefits of a godly marriage and a godly union. I'm Gordon McGee. This is the No Pillz podcast, Love Fully Scripted, and I am signing off, and I will catch you next week.